What up, Bear Nation? What up? I think Ben Johnson's about to get on the press conference, so you know how we do. We're gonna pull it up. But drop your comments, man. Let's drop your comment. I think Ben Johnson is coming up. I'm trying to find it right now. What's going on, Bear Nation? What y'all think about the game? What's going on down there? Look, man, you asked for the post-game show. We never really do a post-game show, but we do what the people want, bro. We do what the people want, man. And I think Ben Johnson has come up to talk on a press conference. So you know how we do our content, man. He come up there, we come up, we let it play. But yeah, Booker was on fire today, man. I'm waiting on CJ to get in here, but Booker was on fire today. He said, "I appreciate it, bro." It's nothing, man. It's nothing, bro. Let me do something real quick. Tyson Badger, man. Tyson Badger, bro. That was a fun game, bro. That was a fun game, man. Austin Booker went crazy, bro. He did exactly what me and Alan said he needed to do, bro. Play out of his mind. And Alan said he had to play like a bat out of hell, bro. And he did, man. Like, he did, bro. I love the linebacker play. Hippolyte showed up. Sewell looked up. Sewell was getting busy. Hippolyte was helping out. Man, Manungai had a decent game. What we saw from him, he was running hard, bro. Manungai was running physical, bro. Manungai, he was running hard, bro. He had a couple of good plays where he really was initiating physical contact. So that was dope, man. Pickens low-key might be on a cut watch. Yeah, Pickens had a play. Bro, it was some shit going down today, man. Like, I was entertained, man. Like, the secondary was doing all right. We got CJ just popped up here. Let me see if Alan want to come in here, y'all. And when they go live, we'll just put the press conference up there. But Booker went crazy. MVP. Booker was eating, man. Booker was eating. DJ, what's up, bro? You good?
Yeah, what's going on?
Man, we're going live, man. Waiting on Ben Johnson to come up on the press conference. He should be up there soon, though. Yeah, he ain't popped up there yet. $44 people in here right now, man. That was a fun game, CJ. What you like about the game?
The fact that we talked about Austin Booker having to step up today, and he showed up. He showed up. He made an impact.
He did
You
exactly
know,
what. Man, go ahead.
he did exactly what we said
Yeah,
during the pregame.
yeah, and more. He said Burden and Loveland look like they belong there even with limited playing time. Yeah. Then he says, Dallas says Flowers, Wright, Blackwell did well despite early mishaps. Donna Liv says running back room looks heavy on the competition. It was good to see Willie out there. That was Ian Wheeler. Everybody know he got hurt last season, man. It was on Hard Knocks, and I think he tore his ACL. It was nasty. So to see him have like a little bit of a legacy game or redemption game, man, that was cool to see him actually get out there, man, and see Ian Wheeler get out there, man. That was dope. But bring your thoughts, man. Bring your thoughts. I'm gonna try to invite Alan, man. What a game, what a game. What a game, man. This dude went out here, like I said in one of the chats, this man was out there throwing pizza slices, bro. He was out there stinking up the joint, man. He almost had like 4 interceptions, bro. He had a tip pass that was almost intercepted. Tyson Badgett, if anybody's watching this, man, if you have any concern or any liking to Tyson Badgett as a starting quarterback in the NFL, he's not a starting quarterback, man. He's a decent backup quarterback who's very limited in what he can do. You know what I'm saying? I don't even remember any deep passes being thrown this game because Ben Johnson didn't allow it. You know what I mean? So Tyson Badgett, man, I don't know, bro. Like, I thought he was going to play better. I thought he wasn't going to throw any interceptions. I said that. But he ended up throwing an interception. He should have had 2 or 3 interceptions. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, I got a man here. What up, Alec Baldwin? What's up, bro? Look. That's why we came in here, man. We're going to talk about the stud of the day, bro. Hold on, man. I got his stats right here, bro. If anybody's listening, hold on. Let me pull up his stats right here. Hold on. Austin Booker had 6 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and 1 forced fumble, bro. This man was looking like, who do you compare him to today? 6 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. Who is that today, man? He was playing like a damn Hall of Famer today, man. He was, man. Shout out to Austin Booker, bro. MVP of the game, man. MVP of the game, bro. MVP, man. Hey, CJ, what you think about Cairo Santos? Everybody see Cairo Santos with that 57-yard foot missile, man? Cairo Santos showed up. He said Booker will be pitch tested in the morning. Hey, you ain't lying, Shad. Hey, bro, you ain't lying, dog. Hey, Shad, let me know if you want the link, bro. We'll let you come on the show. If you want the link, you got a mic, you got a phone or a laptop, bro. You know, with the Twitter or something like that, man, I can send you the link, bro. You can come on to the show, bro. But let me know if you want to come on or you chilling. Let me know. He said, really, Booker got like to the set. Yeah, bro, he was everywhere, bro. Yeah, he got to the quarterback like 6, 7 times, dog. Like it was a lot. Like it was literally a lot. It was a lot. Yeah, keep the comments coming until Ben Johnson brings his ass up on the podium, man. Still waiting on everybody. Still waiting for them boys to come on live, man. Ruben Hippolyte showed up too, man. Where's Ruben at? He kind of helped some guys get some tackles, man. He helped Sewell get a tackle. You know what I mean? He was there in the gap a lot of times where he should have been today, man. Like for real. Shout out to Ruben Hippolyte, man. I expect to see him get more reps and get more playing time for real. Got 70 people coming in here, man. We appreciate it. Just waiting on Ben Johnson to come up here and get on the podium. While we waiting on them to come up, man, let's look at some stuff from the game, man. I can bring up some stuff from the game. Let me see. Oh, you talking about yeah, Durham Smythe? Yeah, man, he had a crazy drop today, man. I mean, the game went exactly like how I thought it was going to go. I mean, I knew it was going to be points scored. I knew it was going to be mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, I knew a lot of stuff was going to be kind of vanilla, you know what I mean? But I didn't expect Austin Booker to go crazy like that. Nobody that's in there right now could not tell me that they expected Austin Booker to have a game that he had today. This is the only person we probably need to be talking about today. It's Austin Booker, man. If there was any, he left nothing on the table. He left no crumbs, as they say today. Like, there is nothing more he probably could do, man, at all. This was a great game, even for a preseason game. This was dope. Chad said Smythe will be filing your taxes by the time the season starts. We had one bad play, man. Y'all on that man. That bumper, bro. Y'all on his bumper so bad. I don't even remember him most of the game. We're gonna try to get Allen in here, man, but we're gonna see. Shout out to everybody in here, man. We got 72 people in here right now, man. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the followers, man. We appreciate you guys for real. $75 people in here right now. Leave your comments, leave your likes, leave your thoughts. Yeah, Dennis Allen at the last, he brought the hammer at the end, bro. That was dope. I thought we was gonna actually win the game right there. That was dope, man. That just lets you know what type of defense that we're gonna have, man. We're not gonna give the quarterback any type of inkling that you're gonna be comfortable throwing the ball at the end of the game to kill us, bro. So the fact that we sent all that pressure at the end to get that quarterback like that, bro, was poetry in motion, man. The perfect call. I love it, man. I love it. You say defense wasn't that bad, just gave up. Wasn't bad. Just big first game plays. Pretty sure that gets cleaned up next bit. Yeah, next bit. But I think the starter's gonna play next weekend. It's a Sunday night game. There is no way in hell the starters don't play. If the starters don't play this weekend, next weekend, I got some issues with Ben Johnson. This will be my first issue with Ben Johnson. So far, so good. He's been great. Not playing these guys right here would be crazy as well. But let's see if we can get some. I'm gonna see, can I bring up some articles and stuff real quick, y'all, about the game. Hold on. Yeah, he was. What up, real? Yeah, he was terrible, man. You talking about Tyson Badgett? Let me see if I got his picture. You talking about this guy right here, Darrell? Tyson Badgett, B-A-D, Badgett. Get it? Tyson Badgett. Yeah, he was terrible, man. He was terrible. Shaw says the limited offseason linebacker 3 passed the eye test, and Badgett missed him on the red zone. Oh, you talking about? Oh, yeah. Luther Burden in a red zone fade that was an easy 6 points. The tape. Yeah, man. Yeah. There was a lot of stuff going on, bro. A lot of bad things coming from Tyson Badgett today, man. You know, what can you do, man? Hope everybody had a good Sunday or having a good Sunday. I didn't want the game to end, preferably, man. Like, I wanted the game to keep going. It was so much fun, man. Just having football back, just having Bears football back. It's just so much fun, bro. Oh, here you go, right here.
Injuries. Amon went out with a shoulder. Homer had a calf. Major Burns had a knee. Terrell Smith had a groin, and then we had Newman. He's in for concussion right now. So we'll see where all those guys stand going forward. But that's kind of preliminary. It's kind of hard to assess the feeling in the locker room on a tie like that. Those guys went out there and they laid it out. All those guys that were active, they did a great job going out there and competing. And you just don't know how to feel when it ends up being 24-24. It doesn't matter preseason or not. You go out there, they're keeping score, and you're playing to win. So, I'd say this. I think those guys, they did a phenomenal job going out there. The effort was there. The intensity was there throughout. I think a number of guys, knowing that there were no reserves behind them, they really fought through a lot, whether getting dinged up and having to come out for a few plays and coming back out. And looking to finish that game. I mean, guys that come to mind, Jonathan Ford, you got Zach Pickens, you got Trey Flowers, you got Blackwell. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And so I think that's what stood out to me. It makes you proud as a coach when you see the guys go out there and give everything that they got. And then, the other thing is you got a few guys that aren't dressed out, and they're in Bears gear, and they're right there up front and center cheering their buddies on. And so that's what you want to see at this point. We're halfway through camp, and the team chemistry is really. I thought at times we played with the physical nature that we keep talking about, and we've been practicing towards over the course of camp. At the end of the day, it comes down to making some plays there at the end of the game, and offensively we had some chances. I think we ended up being 1 for 4 on 4th down. If we do a little bit better in that regard, then we probably end up with a W for the day. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and open it up from there.
I'm still pretty fired up at the goal line stop. That's the problem. We've seen that whole sequence.
Yeah, no, I think that was outstanding by the whole crew. I mean, they came out, they were gassed up and ready to go, and a little bit of that bend don't break where Miami was able to matriculate their way down in their tight, and yet our guys held firm at the end of the day. And I thought from the entire unit, it was a great way to start the game.
How impressed were you with Austin Booker's performance, especially the strip second? What can that do for his confidence?
Yeah, no, I think he was a factor the entire game. I think he ended up with 3 sacks there, and it just a menace. And so you really feed off of that. Those negative plays like that, that's obviously a huge thing in terms of ending drives, but also the offense who's sitting on the side, they see that and they feel that, and that momentum carries over to the other side of the ball as well that we look to capitalize on. So we're always looking to pick each other up, and you could certainly feel his impact on the game today.
Plan always for a week play today, or did the skirmish practice contribute to that?
No. His plan was to play him and Shawnee both. We were aiming for about 10 to 12 snaps for them. I don't know what the final number ended up being, but I know they were certainly out there on that first drive.
And you said 1 for 4 on 4th down. The one was the touchdown pass from Tyson Voorhees. What did you see on that play?
Yeah, no, I thought Tyson did a great job. That was one of those high back 5 throws that we've been talking about, and so Maurice is actually the secondary option, and so number 1 wasn't there, so Tyson got to number 2 and gave him a chance, and he climbed the ladder, went up there and get it, and got both feet in bounds. So huge play for us there in their tight.
With Manungai and Burton and Loveland, are they at the point now where you trust that they're going to be where they need to be on every play, or are they still working something?
Yeah, trust is that's a strong word. I don't know if I can say that yet for those 3 guys.
Don't trust me.
I think we're trending the right direction. I'll be curious to see what the tape says, because that'll go a long way in building that trust. But I thought they all came out, and I love the look in their eye there in pregame. I thought Kyle ran super hard when the ball was in his hands. I thought Luther made a couple plays that came his way. And then Colson, we probably only had in there for a couple series to get his feet wet. And
Alan said he would be in
a little bit more reps in practice, and so we wanted to just be smart with them here for week 1 of preseason. But I'm happy with all 3 of those guys and where they're headed, but that trust will take a little time.
And the end of the first half gave you some good situational work there in the last 15 seconds of the half. What's your thoughts on finishing that the way you did, hitting the long kick, getting out of bounds?
Yeah, no, I thought Luther did a phenomenal job there, catching that shallow route and getting out of bounds and having a second left, and then Cairo coming through with that big kick. I mean, that was pretty strong. I was joking with him, like, shoot, man, we probably didn't even need that many yards. We could have kicked it from backed up the way he nailed that thing. So you always talk about that, how you end halftime. That's really, you want to end with the ball and by scoring points, and so that was really well done by the whole group.
He caught you. I think you're calling in the 4th down touchdown pass. Pretty animated, and you're talking for a good 10, 12 seconds there. Do you remember what you're saying?
No, I don't. I was told today was family day, and so we had a lot of kids, and I said probably a good thing they couldn't hear me sometimes here on the sidelines. So no, it was good. I thought we had great communication from both offensive and defensive play callers onto the field with the units, and it was fun to hear the whole coaching staff communicate in between series, and then of course during while plays are going on. It's the first time I've been on the defensive side, and DA and that staff, they got that thing rolling already for week 1. I thought that was really impressive.
So just getting to know you, is this just what you are with the headset on game day?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing or what I'm saying, but yeah, we're looking to score.
What kind of comfort does it give you to see Tyson and Case do what they do, knowing those are the two guys you have with Caleb, just to see them do it on the field today?
Yeah, no, I thought both of those guys operated at a high level. We've been having, some ups and downs over the course of camp, just operation, pre-snap penalties, and all that. And I felt like we weren't 100%, but we were pretty smooth. I mean, there were some things that got thrown at us over the course of the game, whether, cover 0 or, they're playing base to 11, and so things are changing pretty quickly there. And yet they were able to stay calm and composed and make sure we were organized and gave us a chance to have a good play. So I know it wasn't all fun and games out there in terms of getting yards and all that, but I thought they did a great job keeping the unit going.
His respect for you. What did you gather in your time with him the last few days, getting to know him?
Who's that? Mike? Oh, yeah. So I've always respected him from afar. I mean, when he was at San Francisco to now in Miami, some of the stuff, in particular the run game, it's next level. There's no one else that does it quite like he does. He finds a way to find space to the inside and, perimeter runs. He can gash teams that way. So he is a little bit of that mad scientist, and so there's a lot of respect there just from a schematic standpoint. And I know they've got a good one there. Shoot, when Tua's been healthy, they've been rolling, and they've been a playoff team really for all 3 years. So I think he does a great job with that crew, and looking forward to our relationship continuing to grow.
What were you able to accomplish early this morning with Caleb?
Yeah, so we ended up, we had 5 of those pass catchers. We had 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back, and we ended up probably getting 70 plus, call it, plays on air there. And we tried to make it as similar to what we would do in practice as possible. We're calling a play, or I'm giving him the play. He's calling in the huddle. We're coming up. We got motions. We got it's first down, second down, third down. We're changing everything up. And so you talk about timing and rhythm, anticipation, being on the same page in the passing game. That's where there is no substitute for real live bullets. I get that. But at the same time, when you can accumulate 70 plus reps in a day, that's pretty good. That goes a long way in terms of where you want to go with.
That's what I was saying about
with
not
the
playing
quarterback and his pass
starters, man.
catcher.
Like you get a lot of reps in the joint practice.
I wish I could do that every day with him, or every other day with him, to be quite frank with you. So it was a good time to do it. We'll see what next week has in mind in terms of how much we want to play guys and all that. But we'll assess that with the staff going forward.
Then the last one, Luther Burden, he seems to have made up quite a bit of ground for the time that he missed. Do you agree that that's the case, and where do you see?
That's a good question. That's a good comment.
No,
here's
what I appreciate about Luther. He's working his tail off behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
He's with Elle all the time. I see him at breakfast. He's asking questions. I see him walking through. Like he's doing some extra stuff that maybe most don't appreciate right now. And so because of that, we're starting to see the details tighten up on the field. It's not where it needs to be yet. It frankly isn't. But I love the way he's going. I love how hard he's working and everything we thought about him in terms of the weapon he is with the ball in his hands, that's shown up from day one.
Yes.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
So CJ, Ben came up here, CJ, and said a lot of things about players earning his trust, specifically Colston and Luther Burden. Like, it's the first preseason game, man. We still have got nowhere near into this thing that we need to get into as far as, cohesion and trust. So I'm not surprised that he said that. Slow down, man. Slow down. Just slow down. Like trust is a.
That's gonna cover that up. That's what Vegas, whatever.
No.
Trust is like he said, man. Trust is a strong word. See.
Yeah, man. The rookies is their first game. I wouldn't expect for him to trust them.
Yeah, I'm not expecting any trust to be earned right now in preseason. And he talked about Luther Burden's work ethic and how it's coming along, but he's not what he needs to be. But it's there, what I'm saying? You can see the foundation, you can see the work ethic, you can see the details, you can see the commitment to working, you can see the commitment to being a pro. and working with Al Harris and everything, and Antoine Randall. So Ben gets up there, man. He always answers those questions the way he needs to answer those questions,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but
we got Tyson Badgett up
good
here,
communication
guys.
out there, clean as it could have been, and which is good. Take a lot of pride in that. So I thought that aspect of it was good throughout.
What was the message that Ben had for you guys?
The game really what stuck out to me, the game doesn't count, but the game matters. And so I thought that was a good way to put it. Nobody's, hurting themselves over this game, especially being a tie or losing or anything like that. But yeah, it's of extreme importance to a lot of people. So go out there, execute, play within our rules. Don't try to do anything that we haven't done since we've been here through camp, and just obviously play as hard as you can.
So what's impressed you about Mononga?
He's very downhill. Rarely does the first guy tackle him, and he's always falling forward. So that coupled with the ball security, I think it's really kind of most of what you would want from a running back.
What's the experience like being the starting quarterback for Ben Johnson, having him in your ear, having him call the game, giving you feedback on the side?
Yeah, I think it's a dream come true. I think he is somebody, obviously, that is a kind of a mastermind offensively right now with where we're at in the NFL. So having someone like that teaching you more of the game, especially in year 3, has been amazing. But it was very efficient. He didn't waver, he didn't stutter, he didn't hesitate. He called his game, and I thought it was great.
On the touchdown pass, the TV camera showed him talking and probably saying more than just the play to you. Do you remember what he said?
I can't remember exactly what he said, but even if I did, probably can't say it here.
Might have had an expletive or two.
Oh yeah. Probably something like, "Hey, we're going for it." Throw in a couple filler words there.
Tyson, on the touchdown drive, we also had a 3rd and 15 conversion to Luther. That play obviously kept that thing going. You remember that play? Right?
Yeah, absolutely. They played Luther one-on-one, a lot of space out there, and he kind of had his own. He had a 2-way option route, so thought he did a good job getting to the top of the stem. Obviously making the catch and getting the first down. I thought that was good by him.
You get the ball back with 6 seconds to go in the half. There's obviously good situational work there. But what's the key? I mean, you don't have any time to spare there. You guys got that done.
Talking about the very last one or the 2-minute? Yeah. It's a heads-up play by him. Got him the ball in space. He's able to race out of there, get out of bounds with 1 second to go, and then you got to see how much stronger Cairo got in the offseason. So I thought that was huge.
Thanks, guys.
He was out there throwing pizza slices, bro. Get off the podium, bro. Don't nobody want to talk to you right now, man. Get out of here, Tyson Badgett, man. Get out of here with that. Man had on a whole New Balance hat, bro. A whole New Balance hat, man. Man, it's probably like Kyle Manunga or somebody like that, man. Oh no, it's
the significance of your production today?
First I want to thank God for sure. And then
MVP of the game.
Great coaches that we got this year. And just my teammates, the whole thing.
Good strip sack. Can you take us through what happened on that play from your vantage point?
Yeah. I hit a long arm. He fell, and I kept rushing. He didn't decide to throw it away, so I gave it another 2 steps and then reached out for the ball.
Austin, we haven't talked to you, I think, since the beginning of the spring. Like body-wise, transformation-wise, what was the process for you like? How much weight did you put on this offseason, Austin?
Playing weight, I probably put on like 8 pounds total.
Wow.
And just finding where I belong in the off season. I have a good spot that I go to in Fort Myers. Shout out X3, and that's my spot. But also the Bears, the nutrition took extra steps.
You put on 8 pounds
coach took extra steps.
Fort Myers, Florida. I've been out there.
Great, so just all the above.
How would you describe the difference you feel between now and a year ago?
I mean, I feel like maybe it slowed down a little bit, but I feel like I just looked in the mirror and improved myself, and just came back and did what I did. So
he's MVP of the game, boy. He went crazy
as well. Why do you think it will translate more into the regular season this year, if that's your thought process on it?
No, I mean, I'm just gonna take what's given to me, and just keep going out there whenever I can and do as much as I can, play as hard as I can. So I'll just leave it at that.
got some veterans in front of you on the defensive end rotation. What have you learned from them in your year? I mean, whether last year or even Dio coming in.
Yeah. I mean, I try to take everything, kind of like I said last time I was up here. Try to take everything from as many players as I can and just try to learn from them and build on that.
We got to see it a few times today. You want to walk us through your sack dance or anything?
What's going on,
BPA.
Joseph?
I'll let y'all figure that out.
What do you hope the coaching staff takes out of what you showed?
Yeah, he balling, bro. He
Nothing.
balling
I feel
today.
like I'm being
Win
more
the
consistent
game,
than I
bro.
was last year, and so even in practice, I feel like I've showed up. So I just want to continue what I'm doing and continue to be consistent.
No, we're good. Cool. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you guys.
Jason.
He got the hell up out of there, man. Austin Booker, everybody. Austin Booker, man, the MVP of the game today, man. He was off my screen. Every time I looked up, he was in the backfield, CJ. Every time I looked up, he was around the football. Every time I looked up, he was getting a sack. Every time I looked up, he was making the quarterback squirm, and he couldn't get his feet up underneath him or anything. So Austin Booker, man, was balling today. If there's any doubt in the mind, this man is going to be an impact on his team this year. He quieted a lot of his critics. You know what I mean, see?
Yeah, he definitely did. You know, I think this is what Bears fans been looking for, a young defensive end making an impact, and we got one today.
Yeah, we got one, man. We really can't complain, man. Like you really can't complain about his effort today, his focus today. He said he put on 8 pounds of muscle. You know, he's been locked down in Florida, you know, putting on muscle and gaining weight to get stronger. Because everybody knew Austin Booker's like a slim guy. You know what I'm saying? But he put on some muscle, and that's going to help him be more physical. It's going to help him go through offensive linemen and, you know, guys like that. So, you know, Austin Booker's putting the work in, man. Like this defense right now with Dennis Allen leading the way, he's making guys be what they should have been with Eberflus here, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So I'm trying to see who else is coming up here next. It's probably gonna be like Calvin Nunn, somebody like that. So just sit back with us, everybody, and just bear with us while we wait to see who comes up next on the live, man. So let's sit back and enjoy us a little soundtrack, see what player come up here. And one thing I want to say about Austin Booker, CJ, it looked like he's been way more patient. You know, sometimes, you know, guys got to take that time to where they don't always look as patient, they don't look as fine. They just look like young guys. You know, Austin Booker today looked like he knew where he needed to be. He looked like what he wanted to do. He got to where he wanted to get to. And he knew exactly how to get there. Once a player understands what he's supposed to be to a certain level with their athletic ability, with great coaching, we will more than likely see more things like this happen for guys like Austin Booker and probably a lot of other guys on the defense, you know?
Yeah, I think you can expect that for the entire defense to be patient. To me, you can kind of expect that from the rest of the guys to be patient and not be doing so many things in a hurry, you know?
Yeah, just becoming a pro. And shout out to Celeste. Shout out to Celeste. She said, "What's up, man?" Celeste was posting the stream. Appreciate you, sis, man. You one of the best out there on Twitter, man. Rocking with you for a minute. Hope you enjoyed the game. Oh, we got some more people up here.
The touchdown pass. Walk us through that play, the ball, the catch.
My QB number 2.
Yeah, mirrored concept there, and you know I really trust Jade in the short time I've gotten to know him. I thought he played really well today. Man, he got a great release off the line, and I just had to give him a chance. And then he's quite the dancer as well. So I was about to join in, and I didn't realize what was going on. So I thought he did a great job pre and post catch there.
You appreciate that level of exuberance for him?
Oh my gosh, man! Yeah, it's kind of funny to be playing, you know, with the age of some of those guys out there in their first NFL games. But I enjoy that as much as any game I've ever played. You know, I know it's preseason, but man, throwing touchdowns and celebrating with your teammates, that's what it's all about. It's so fun. I was so proud of him. You know, all those guys out there that I was playing with. So I thought those guys battled well and put some good stuff on tape. And you know, it was a lot of fun to play.
It's a little bit after you threw the other touchdown. So.
Yeah, I don't really know what I did there. I was glad I didn't have to try to run anybody over. Glad my man made a great catch there on that one.
kind of Ben's message before was this game may not count, but it sure as hell matters. Yeah, how would you describe his message to everybody before and kind of the tone he was setting in his first game?
Yeah, he quoted some guy, John Elway, on that one. Yeah, I mean, it's competition, and I think that's what this locker room is about, is competing, whether with ourselves, with our position group, and obviously with the other team. And there's some great competition out there today, and I think it showed, in the heat. Man, I had a coach tell me a quote of an old ball coach that I had: "The heat is a crippling thing," and there's a little hot out there, and temperature-wise, but you start putting the heat on boys, and you can see if they're crippled or not, if they respond.
So Elway's was the one who came up with that?
No, that was my old football coach in high school.
Did not count, but it mattered.
Yeah, you can look that up.
Okay, so I know you're not watching.
It's a Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, Case Keenum quote.
I know you're not watching offensive line play as the plays formulated, but having Ozzie over there left tackle and just working with him throughout the summer, what's it been like kind of watching him grow and seeing him?
Yeah, I honestly, looking up, I think I played into the fourth quarter, but, seeing those guys that I was out there with, I was like, okay, I feel better now. Sometimes end of preseason games, there's guys that have been hurt or pulled or and there's guys playing different positions. But having Ozzie, I literally looked at him and was like, left side, and it just gave me a good sense.
CJ, he had a pair on the other side. He's like, I'm good. I'm straight on my left side.
Right.
It's very end of the first half, you guys stole 3 points really at the end there. And the significance of that, just situationally, and getting that down and getting some success in those mistakes.
Yeah, I think preseason, the situational stuff is a little bit different, just, because there's some situations maybe you punt when you don't normally do or go for fourth. I mean, you could see that happening towards the end of the game. But, with 6 seconds left to be able to get a completion and get the ball out of bounds, I thought Tyson did a really heads-up job, and Luther getting out of bounds when he did. We got to work on our clock, home field clock guy, yeah. I mean, you'd think they'd stop it more on 2 than on 0. They did it twice, I think. So, and then Cairo making that kick was awesome. I mean, it was piercing into that wind. So he did a great job.
You've been very praiseworthy of Tyson since you got here.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see out of him today in the first half?
Yeah, I really, really liked how he responded to, not the start that we wanted. Whether it was, high pass here or being backed up and, protection issue, whatever it was. There's just a lot of things that go on a football game, and you plan, you have a first 15 and openers, that you want the game to start and go that way. But when it doesn't, it's how do you react? How do you respond? And he responded. He stayed the course. He wasn't, wasn't freaking out. He wasn't down on himself. He just stayed the course. And I've really, really thought that was really, really good of him.
For all of you as quarterbacks in your room, how have you as a group handled the continued development of this offense and installing this scheme?
How is who?
As a quarterback group, how do you feel like you as a group have handled the installation and development of this offense?
Yeah, I think it's been challenging. Ben's offense isn't simple or easy. It's tough on the quarterback. There's a lot of checks and multiple plays called in the huddle. So every day you come in and you're challenged, and every game you're going to be challenged. So I think we've responded. I think it's this game of they give us more, we catch up, and then they challenge us again, and it's just we keep building, and we keep building that reputation, that chemistry, that trust, that bond, to where we're starting to see the game through the coach's eyes, through Ben ultimately, and then Deck and Press and JT, and how they see the game and how they want us to operate, and then being ourselves with the Bears, I think, is important too. We're all a little bit different. We all play the game differently, but being ourselves within the system that they're creating.
There are a lot of guys who play in the NFL who, at your age, aren't doing it anymore. What's your level of appreciation just being out there? You said earlier you have as much fun today as you have playing football.
Yeah, I mean, my kids are here, watching me play. I mean, how awesome is that? Hopefully they'll remember Dad throwing 2 touchdowns at Soldier Field. I don't have to tell them about it. Your dad used to be. So. Of course, all they care about the pass.
Treating him like an old man
tonight at the house. All right, cool. Appreciate you guys.
Man, CJ, man, like we finally got us a veteran quarterback that's on our team, man. Like this was a problem last year where we needed somebody to be a veteran quarterback, and we didn't have one. So from the first time we saw Tyson Badger get out there, it was looking rocky, he was looking shaky, he wasn't making the right throws and all this other stuff. And then we get out there with Case Keenum, it seemed like everybody was calmed down. It seemed like his experience showed up. It seemed like his QB-ness showed up, his IQ showed up. Everything seemed to be better when Case Keenum got in the game and started to control the team and get up under center and play quarterback. So what were your thoughts when you saw Case Keenum come in? Because for me, when we first signed him, I was happy that he was our quarterback number 2 from the jump. So, but what were your thoughts about his play today, man?
I mean, you could tell how calm the Bears offense was when he was out there, because all we want the Bears to do is pace themselves at a pace that they can control. And when we saw Casey Keenum out there, the offense was a little bit more controlled. To me, guys knew exactly what they wanted to do out there, and guys were doing their job out there when he was out there. When you got a quarterback out there, he demands
bit of a surprise.
He demands more of a control out there when you guys are out there playing with him. So yeah. I think that's what we saw.
Yeah, we just saw a veteran. You know what I mean? A guy that has over like 50 starts or something like that. He was starting quarterback for a very long time. Could pick up on a playbook really fast. You know what I mean? Like you can't buy experience. You have to earn experience. You know what I mean? So the fact that we got that guy on our team, if something was to happen to Caleb Williams where he can't play, I think I got a little bit more confidence in a guy like Case Keenum who could throw the deep ball than somebody like Tyson Badgett who's not really good at throwing the ball. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's 120 people on live right now, man. Just give us your thoughts. We're going to get up out of here in a minute. We just want to do a quick little post game. To us so far, the MVP of the game has been this guy right here, Austin Booker, man. Austin Booker showed out today. If there's any doubt in y'all mind, Austin Booker is not going to be good this season. I don't know what Chicago Bears team you're watching. I don't know what Dennis Allen defense you're watching, because it's been one off season with a guy that's going to put this kid in the position where he needs to be. And in the very first game, and everybody had questions about Austin Booker. Can he step up to the plate? We said it today in the pregame show. Is he going to attack? Is he going to be better all around? He's going to have to do everything today, multiple things. We say he needs to get a sack, multiple sacks. He might have to force a fumble. He might get a strip sack. This man went out there and did every single thing that me and Alan and CJ said he needed to do, like everything. And it was a joy to watch, man. So shout out to Austin Booker, man. You were the MVP of the game today. He had 6 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. It don't get no better than that. You put up great tape. He put up great tape. His confidence got to be high. The confidence in his coaches for him has to be high. You know what I'm saying? So he got the first opportunity to put belt to ass, as they say. You know what I mean? It's pretty much a guy that's going to be in a rotation coming in or starting sometimes to come play. So this is the best thing I think I saw today was him. Then I saw my nun guy. He was the second best thing today. Physical, relentless, aggressive, violent, initiating physical contact. Great balance, physical contact balance. Whether he was getting hit, he still was turning. He still was going. His legs kept moving. I love what I saw from Cal Manunga, man. If there's anybody that thinks he's not going to be getting minutes this year or carries this year, you can put that out of your head. He has a great fan base here in Chicago. He has a great following. So the fact that he flashed on screen today, CJ, what are your thoughts about Cal Manunga?
He definitely showed and earned to me, getting closer and closer to that backup running back position. You have to definitely give him a look because of the way he played today. Very aggressive. What I've seen from him, very, very aggressive, getting those yards after the hit. That's key. And did not fumble the football today.
He did not. He did not. Like he wanted the physicalness more than anybody else. But we forgot to talk about the big fella in the middle, bro. See, this is what I was saying about one of our other podcasts. I said, man, when you're watching football and you're looking at a guy and he's just a beast and you forget he's on the field, it was Archie Pillow again today, bro. I didn't hear any side of the field where he got a false start or, you know what I'm saying, or penalty for holding or, you know what I'm saying, anything, man. Like Ozzie today, I'm gonna have to pull up some film. Ozzie today was everything I needed him to be today. He didn't let nobody hit his quarterback today, CJ. So what's your thoughts on
Exactly, man. No flags, like you said. You know, he just had a very good balanced game overall. And what to expect from a veteran? He's a rookie.
Yeah, because we saw him good pass pro. We saw him in run blocking. You know what I mean? Like he was everywhere doing everything that a lot of people feel like he's the reason, or he's going to get the reason to be the number one starting tight left tackle when the bullets really start flying. September 8th, Monday Night Football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if I'm a player like Isaac Petrillo, I'm happy with the tape I put up today. If I'm a player like Colston Loveland, he only played a couple of series, I'm happy with the tape I put up today. If I'm Austin Booker, come and play how I played today, I'm happy with the tape that I put up today. Because if you're not putting up good tape, how can you really expect to be put in a situation where the coaches can trust you? And that is something that Ben Johnson said today, where he doesn't really trust nobody because it's too early in the preseason. So the fact that guys like Austin Booker and Ozzie Trapillo and Cal Monunga actually came out here and put up good tape, that's something they can carry into next week with their confidence and with the confidence in their coaches. You know what I mean, CJ?
Yeah. And I mean, we expect these guys to do this every time they get out there.
Yeah, every single time. Every single time, it needs to be production. It needs to be, you know, no flags. You know what I mean? Discipline, focus, intensity, every single time. So shout out to 124 people that put up to the live right now. MVP of the preseason game is this man right here, and we probably won't be back with a preseason game for the second game. We only do the first preseason game and the last preseason games. We never do the middle one. So it's been fun. It's been great. I'm G Walker, the CNG Podcast. That's CJ. And we will see you guys next week. I mean, not next week, but for the last preseason game, we'll see you guys then, man. God bless you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.